Hello, hello, it's Anahata. I am super excited to have a guest with us today. As you may or may not know, I have been hosting a series for water activation certification. So far, 40 amazing students are taking a deeper dive into this incredible world of water activation. And so we officially have our first graduate, and she has completed all the requirements to become water activation certified. And so she's here with us. I'm going to introduce her in just a minute. And before I do that, anyone who's just joining us and you're like, what is water activation? Well, it's a technique that bridges science and spirit, and we use water and its natural ability to hold memory and intention, and this creates really deep transformation for people when they dive into it because, unlike other modalities, I guess, water activation really leverages the intelligence of water itself. And when you combine that with encoding frequencies, water bending techniques, things like this, clients really do get a customized activation, and it is different than anything else because it's somatic. It's quantum, but it's deeply personal, and it works with not just the subconscious, but the body as the subconscious and the energy field. And that really creates shifts that are lasting, profound, immediate. And the best part is, I can't keep doing all these sessions for people that want to do them because I've limited myself to doing 2 per week because I'm doing so many other things like writing books, hosting transformations, and doing group journeys and healings and water activations. So personal sessions are few and far between with me, but this work is so important and powerful one-on-one that you can now get water activation certified. And it's really empowering because you'll understand why the dog is barking in a minute. He's just a little puppy. And again, I can only do about 2 sessions per week. So this 3-cup process, I'm just going to mute you for a second while actually, would you just mute yourself for just a second before I introduce you? That way it doesn't keep popping over to you. Okay, so I, again, am opening this up, and so far 40 people are in the process. Barb is the first to complete all the requirements. And again, it's a somatic shift. It's a timeline shift. It's a reprogramming of your subconscious. This is real lasting change. If other things haven't worked, it's because you're not addressing the water of your body. And so I decided to make this method available through my students because then more people can experience this magic and healing. And you can actually create your own bliss biz, whatever modality or coaching niche you are in. Think about who you serve and the problem you solve. It's better with water activation, period. And so I'm magnetizing all sorts of amazing people who've done and dabbled in lots of alchemical arts and either nutrition or flow-based energy psychology, neuroplasticity, any type of energy modality, and they're just amplifying the effects off the hook using this method. So I will introduce Barbara. She is up north in our friendly neighborhood of Canada, and she describes herself as a lifelong student of learning. Who else is? That's me too, right? And a healer at heart. And I believe, birds of a feather flock together. We really vibe. She's been in my circle for quite some time, and I've been in hers because she's doing amazing things as well with other aspects of her bliss biz. And she's really just dedicated herself to mastering a wide range of modalities: Feng Shui, Dowsing, Reiki, quantum healing, tapping, NLP, emotion code. You get the drift, right? Certifications in face reading, which is really fun, 9 Star Ki Astrology, and access bars. So she gets it. And now she decided to add a cherry to the top of her modalities with something new and different She's the first certified water activation practitioner on the planet. Well, actually, I guess I am. She's the second. So it's really, really exciting. She's dabbled in tarot, oracle cards, the I Ching, you know, uh, and it's with that same passion and curiosity that she's saying, okay, and what about water? A little bit about her background. She was born in northern Alberta, the second youngest of seven children. I'm the second oldest of seven children. So we've got a lot of synergies. She is really a proud mother of two. She's a grandmother of two grandsons and the new mom of her fur baby Echo, which you're going to hear Echo echoing in the background when I when I unmute her, no doubt. So I am absolutely thrilled to be calling her water activation certified. And Barb, how are you feeling about all of this? And do you want to add anything about yourself? What led you to the world of healing in terms of water activation? And let's get the interview started.
What led me? I've always known that water was important. Even as a child, I never drank anything but water. And my parents always thought it was strange because the other kids would tend to reach for the pop. Well, we had our own general stores, so stuff like that was available to us, available. And I would always go to the water, always, all my life. And that's all I've ever drank, really. I've never been a juice, pop, anything like that drinker, just water. So, and I
That's
always
so
knew
cool.
there.
That's so rare. My daughter's the same way, but I thought it was because I was influencing her. She doesn't drink soda at all, even though I don't tell her she can't. I've just shared with her the information about it to make smart choices, and she just hasn't made that choice. But she loves water as well. Interesting that that's the same for you. What is your favorite thing about water or working with water so far?
I learned a lot through the course, an awful lot. I had no idea that water retained information. I'll truly be honest. And I bet you I've read your book 5 times, easy. And every time I read it, I get more and more information out of it. Yeah, I did not know that it retained information. That in itself taught me to never have a bad day, right? Because if you're in a bad mood, only I can change that. And what's it doing to my system if the water is reading my bad mood, right? So that's what it taught. That was the biggest thing that I learned from the course. It was, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
It's an amplifier. I get that too. And she's talking about this book, guys, Light Memory and Alchemist Guide to Waterbending. It's short and sweet. I mean, I think it's 115 pages. People who never read books say that they read it back to back in like an hour because they were like, oh my God, and they couldn't put it down. Now, not most, some of this is just channeled through my resonance remembrance of being a Muin in a past life. And that may sound crazy to you. Just think of it as an archetypal dream if you don't believe in past lives, but there is a better way to live. And we are so in the thick of being brainwashed, being told we need X, Y, and Z, being poisoned on all levels, from our food to our air to our water, that I think everyone deserves to understand that water is a liquid crystalline supercomputer, that it is memory, and that every thought that you have when it goes into long-term memory is held within your body somatically, and it's being played like a recording. And to Barb's point, if you are in a bad mood, your water holds that magnetism even and proves things to you ahead of the curve, because you have a thought, you have an emotional response, that response goes into your water, that water is your autopilot magnetizing the people, places, and things to prove that to you, and your truth is your truth and it's true. So people can be 100% ready to change, but they're addicted to the water of their body supporting their identity. And I think that's one of the special things that happens with water activation is you can rewrite your stories and finally go boldly into a new way of living. And I do want to just mention, this is not suppression, though. This isn't denying, disowning. It's simply through sovereign choice to go, I see I'm in this space that doesn't feel good. how do I want to proceed forward, and what is my belief structure, honoring all of those things, and then moving forward into a direction where you can pivot and not have a bad day, and then turn things into nuggets of wisdom as you become more resilient, more optimistic, and then the world shows that to you, and you finally break free from patterns that before were confusing on the surface, because underneath the water, you were playing a different version of yourself than you were consciously, and you wonder why you're getting the same result. This is a way to break the pattern finally and to craft the you want. And so can you walk us through your favorite components of water activation? If they book a session with you, what are you going to help them do?
Sorry, say that again.
Oh, that's okay.
Sorry.
I know your puppy's echo is echoing. I was just saying, what can people expect when they book a session with you? How long is it, and what would you be doing with them? And what kind of transformational shifts have you seen? I know it's a big question, but what the sessions that you had to do to get certified, and or what can they expect when they book with you?
A session takes between an hour and a half if we stay on course. And I've probably done about, I'm going to say 12 to 15 sessions over and above what I had to do to get certified. But it's just because I want the practice. People are blown away by it. The codes, oh my gosh, crazy, right? Because it just is so aligned. It's magical. It's absolutely magical. Where's my code book? So this is the book I'm speaking of, and it's amazing. It's everybody needs this book. Everybody needs this book. It's just crazy. And then of course I'd bring in a few of my other modalities depending on what their issue is, because it just helps me to help them to understand.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah.
Yeah. And tell me, why do you think water activation stands out? And I mean, everyone needs this, true, but some people don't even understand what it means to pull a code. And could you walk through just like why it's like, oh my God, because maybe any real world example, someone struggling with this and the code they pull does this.
So when they go into whatever whatever it is they're wanting to release, as they do their little, what we call rant, as they do their rant, and I just let them flow with their rant, and then they pull a code, the code they choose will always, always, always 1000% relate to what it is they're either needing to release or bring into their lives. It just always chooses the right, they just all, and you choose the code, not me. You as a participant, as a man, someone I'm doing the reading for, chooses the code. It blows their mind, because then it's like, wow, like this, I don't know how to explain it.
It is really that incredible. I have never had, it's statistically impossible that this is random, because it is, as you said, 1000% of the time you're left open mouthed going, oh my God, this is the answer. This code does give the remedy for that person to energetically, mentally, emotionally, and physically move forward into what has been holding them back. You can see the underlying roots, you can see the path ahead, and then you make that choice through drinking the water. And it's like, wow. And so let's see, what's the most rewarding part? I mean, for me, it's because when I do a session for someone, I get those codes too, and that medicine. It's like such a fun journey. But what aspect of the water activation stands out to you as part of the reward for guiding someone through the process?
Gosh, I'm not. I guess it would be to see their realization as to how really it's very simple. It's very simple. It's very simple.
Yeah, it's so funny when people say, "Well, surely the complexity of what I have going on, there's no simple answer." And that's also what blows me away every time. I always share the story of 10 years ago when I first received the downloads, and I was doing a session for some gal who had 12, oh God, was it 12 immediate issues, including, cancer, emotional issues, mental strain, physical pain. Things were going on and they weren't feeling good at all. And it was dire straits, actually. And I remember thinking to myself, we're going to need 20 codes. And I said, you know what? I'm releasing that bias and I'm going to just ask for one code. Is there one code? And the code that she pulled was a crystal, and we didn't really know about it. So, right, that's the process. You ask, and then you go find the code you need, and then you research it. Right? It's an index. It's an oracle. And so she had pulled some not random crystal, and we went and we looked it up together, and we're looking at check, check, check. It's almost like the crystal was mimicking all the things that she had wrong and was the solution. I mean, tit for tat, the whole thing. And it was just so incredible. We were both crying. And I was like, it's so simple. It's this crystal. This is the key to remembering your wholeness. And it was just perfect. We installed it. She drank the water. Her main concern, which was this crazy, weird heart murmur thing, stopped instantly. The doctors were baffled later, and she never had one again. She booked me out for 6 months. It was that immediate, that simple and profound and comprehensive, right? And so for that reason, it's just like everyone needs to do this for themselves, and you might as well do it for others, is my opinion. And I don't know if Echo's still barking away, but we'll see. We can ask a few more questions. How do you think this water activation will enhance your practice? And what would you say to someone considering booking a session or becoming a practitioner themselves?
Everyone needs it. Everyone needs it. Whether you become a practitioner, which would be fantastic because you can always, everybody needs this information just to help clear everything. What was your first question on this? There was two.
Just what would you tell someone who's maybe considering to get oh no, how is this, do you think, going to enhance your practice, or how has it already enhanced your practice? Because you've got so many other things you can bring to the table as a coach. What do you think the most pivotal thing with the water cherry is?
People are realizing how important water is. And it's not something we can take for granted. It's not. And I think all my life I've taken it for granted. Actually, I shouldn't say that. It wasn't until I had to pay for bottled water. And when did that come into play? I don't even remember. And I'll never forget buying my first bottle of water. And it was, I don't know, $1 or 79 cents, some of that. And I remember thinking, man, my grandmother would roll over in her grave for something that is so abundant in this world, and we have to pay. Not that I'd ever drink another bottle of water, plastic bottle, that's for sure. Never. But yeah, I guess just how important water is, just how important it is to us and our bodies.
Yeah, well said. I keep thinking this will be one of those duh moments collectively looking back, fast forward 10 years from now, everyone's going to understand why water is so important and its holographic capabilities as a crystalline supercomputer that articulates your memory in the form of vibration around your field and coordinates resonance into magnetism. I mean, people will just get it. But right now, people are still a little, But that's where I love that my work bridges spirituality and science, because cutting edge science is proving we now have the capabilities to prove this. And it's like, yes, yes. If seeing is believing, we're going to see so much more in the upcoming years. And we need people like you who are certified and poised to help people through that remembrance. Because as you said, you read the book several times and then you read and you get more and more, I get it. And then it's a natural evolutionary process, one that everyone should has the rights to innately, just for their health and well-being on all levels. And so, as you eloquently said, everyone does need this. I believe it. And just simply blessing your water changes everything in your life. And when you can take it to the next level and really, as you said, with the rantings, talk about the past and talk about your dreams unfulfilled, bring them into the radical now of acceptance, reprogram the way you feel about the trauma, the drama, the patterns, the stuff that's not working, that is the past, and breathe new breath into the future you. On a water level, you are 99.9% water molecularly. Then you get all of you on board with all of you. And I do believe it's the missing piece of the puzzle when other things have failed in terms of personal development. You're working with the 10% that's cognitive. This gets into the 90% that's autopilot within the somatics of your water. And it's the missing link. So I agree. Is there anything else you want to say to everyone before we end the conversation and share where they can book a session with you?
It's life changing. It truly is life changing. I believe, and so do everybody that anybody I have done the process on. To book a session, you can either FaceTime me message me on Facebook. I'm on Facebook, Barb Smith. I'm the little what do you call it? I'm the stone and the feather. Okay, that's how you.
I love that. Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's really deep. Guys, I will put the link to her profile in the recap of this video. So if you're in
Okay.
Facebook and you're seeing this, tag yourself or come back. It's going to be in my feed, and I'll have all the links to get to Barb. And then also on the YouTube version of this, I'll put it in the description of the video as well. But email and Facebook. And those are the best ways to start the conversation with her and get a session booked. Anything else?
I don't believe so. I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Oh, I should say, you guys, this doesn't have to be in person. Barb, how many
Yeah.
percentage-wise in person versus not in person were your
None.
sessions?
I didn't do any in person.
Right.
We were all
Yeah.
done just like this. Yeah.
Yeah. It is
My
somehow.
furthest one was in, where was she? Shoot, I don't even remember. Germany?
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
there is no boundaries. And in fact, if this is quantum and molecular, and people prepare their water, they bring three waters. You work with their water distantly through the water molecule quantumly. And this is not woo, this is scientific, guys. There are plenty of studies, and I list them in my book, about people transferring information into water remotely. And you do this. This is a thing. It's called quantum entanglement, but it's made possible through the wormhole of water. And I believe there's something special about that instantaneous quantum effect that is even more powerful distantly. So you can do this distantly. And there are many practitioners that do it in person. There's techniques that I train you in where you place the water on your chakras. You could be a massage therapist and do that. You could be an essential oil practitioner and weave this into your practice. But I just want to make sure people know that it doesn't have to be, one-on-one in person. It can be if you're a practitioner somewhere at a wellness center, but it can also absolutely fit into your lifestyle digitally around your schedule. So I guess I will end. If you're feeling a spark, if you're a coach, you're a healer, you're just starting, or you want to amplify, the effectiveness, I encourage you to check out the water activation certification. There's nothing else like it. Blending the intelligence of water, quantum principles, somatic power, all of that results in true transformation like nothing else. And you drink that into the very being of who you are. It's very unique. It's very effective. It's going to position you as in demand. Again, if you want to book a session, book one with Barb, because I'm booked up most likely. Usually, it's very rare that I have openings, but you don't have to wait for Barb. So reach out to her, get her various packages. She's, got one, she's got several, however long you want to work with her for whatever goal, and she'll get back to you. And again, if you're feeling the call to work this into your magic as a bliss biz, go to wateractivationcertification.com. That's it. It's wateractivationcertification.com to learn more. And spoiler alert, I love mentioning this because people probably always think in their mind, oh, I'd love to do that, but the price. And the certification, spoiler alert, pays for itself in just 3 sessions. That means you've paid for your certification after you've booked just 3 sessions. And I think that's very rare in this day and age where it takes you a lot of time to recoup your training costs. Not the case. So that's it. Barbara, thanks again for being here, for sharing your magic. And thanks to everyone for tuning in. I can't wait to see how water activation continues to ripple out and to see what Barb is up to and doing. Incredible practitioners I'm going to be introducing, just like Barbara, in the upcoming weeks. Anything else you want to say before we go, Barb?
Here, meet the noisy little guy. He's
Oh my
little, but he's
goodness.
noisy.
Hello, Echo. Oh, I'm just so glad that he came into your life. What a sweetie pie.
Yeah,
All
he's
right,
a good
guys.
one.
Until next time,
Thank you.
take
Thank you,
care,
Anahata.
keep shining, and we will chat with you all soon. All right, guys. Bye
Thank
for
you.
now.
Bye-bye.